Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Sean coming at you from High Level with a cool sneak peek of what is to come in the near future. So, we've been talking a lot about adding PayPal as a payment option, but there's a whole lot more that actually is going to go into this release, and I wanted to kind of walk you through it so you could see exactly what we're talking about. So, this is just a staging URL here, and first I'm going to show you is notice real quick. Somebody probably caught onto this immediately, but notice that the inputs have changed a little bit. So we're moving over to a new CSS library called Tailwind CSS, and I'll kind of get into that a little bit at the end, but basically it just means that for the average person that the input designs will change just a little bit. But the most important thing is this, it says payments. So now check this out. This is so amazing. So what this is now you're going to come in and you can actually add and edit products. So let's take a look at what a product is. So a product is going to be this concept that at first is going to be super useful when it comes to things like being able to use PayPal or Stripe to actually do the checkout. But over time, this quickly evolves into where we're going to go for the rest of the quarter with invoicing and estimating. But if you come in here and take a look, you can see that this product has a name and it has a description and a type, and you can really start to play with it. You can give you can give products like images. I don't know if there's some random guy I have on my desktop here. I'll set that as my product image. So all of a sudden, products can take on this really interesting life of their own. And then, of course, they can also have prices. So you can have recurring options. You can have trial periods, numbers of payments, membership offers. So it really goes deep on what a product can be, and it can also have multiple prices as well, which is pretty crazy. So I won't go into the logging. That's really more of a dev thing, and we'll generally hide it unless you enable it. And then when you come back here, there's also now a whole transactions section. So you can come in here and let's say this transaction here, you can click on it. Now, this is all test data, and the dev team is doing an awesome job going deep. So most people probably won't have a transaction with this many items, but you might. And the good news is now we can support all this, right? So you can see this person bought a bunch of recurring products, one-time products. You can see that they're upsells and so forth. And so there's a lot of good information here, so you can see all those transactions that are happening on the system. So that's really, really cool and useful. And then finally to the integration section, you'll see here we have our PayPal and our Stripe connected. Now, one quick note, right now the Stripe is using what we call the OAuth flow, which is just basically you don't have to use your API keys. The PayPal integration will have that also by the time this goes live. So just a quick note there. And as you can see up in the top right, you can also easily toggle between live and test mode, which is pretty cool. So then you can actually test all this stuff out, right? So now let's jump over to what this all means at the end of the day, which is, hey, listen, if I have, please ignore my super ugly funnel design because I have no idea how to design a funnel to save my life. But most importantly, here we are. We're on the checkout page, and check this out. We now have this pay with PayPal. So as you can see, you can actually click here, go into the PayPal flow, and actually start paying with PayPal. So this is going to be out. It's going into QA this week, and we think that realistically we can have it out by the end of this month. So we're making some pretty considerable headway here, and huge hats off to the team because don't leave without paying, Sean. But with all of these changes, this really was under the hood a very big update on the dev side, and really positions us well as we move into the next quarters with all of the payment stuff that we're going to do, invoicing stuff, estimate stuff, and then eventually onto things like class booking and jobs and that sort of thing as we really enhance the system. So just a huge, awesome update under the hood, and I think will position us well for those things. So anyways, just want to get the sneak preview out, show you what we're working on, show you where we're going here. And as always, if you have any questions, let us know. And then really quick final note for those of you who have done an awesome job adding stuff onto the system, targeting CSS classes, those sorts of things. There will be some changes here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to post a URL either later today or later this week, and just let you know kind of where you can go to look at the changes that are here, so you can kind of start to update your add-ons just to make sure there's no breakage or any of that kind of stuff. And because we really appreciate everybody who is taking the time out to actually create those things. So anyways, I hope you're having an awesome Thursday morning. And as always, thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.